Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Ryan Kelly. I'm the founder of Piano by Pictures, and today I'm going to break down all of the vocab that you need to know if you want to be a piano player. Yeah, a note is just any of these keys that you can touch on the piano. So if you put it down and it makes a sound, a single sound, as opposed to two sounds, it is a note. So what is a melody? So if you are singing a song, there's lots of things going on, right? There's like maybe a piano playing, there's a drum playing, but what is a melody? It's usually the thing that you are singing. So it's usually, if there's no words, it's the thing that you're humming. And if there is words, it's usually whatever tune the words are. Right. So basically a melody is just a single string of notes going from one point to another, and it can change. Right? That's a phrase of a melody, going from one point to another. What are finger numbers? Okay, so when you play piano, which fingers you play on which notes actually becomes pretty important. If you don't do it right, you can kind of get confused. And so what we do in piano is we assign finger numbers. And the finger numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your hands are kind of like mirror images of each other, which means that your thumb is the highest note, is going to play the highest note here. And in your right hand, your thumb is going to play the lowest note. And they meet there in the middle. And so what we do is we just assign numbers, and we don't assign them in the order. We actually assign them to just the type of finger. Thumbs are always 1, pointer fingers are always 2, middle fingers are always 3, not going to show that. Ring fingers are always 4, and then pinkies are always 5. And so that kind of keeps things organized. And sometimes people get confused because if you're playing in the left hand, it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kind of backwards, starting on 5 as the lowest note, going up to 1, and then in the right hand it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just remember with finger numbers that it is finger type and not necessarily order of the fingers, right? It's not left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's finger type. A chord is when you take 3 notes and play them together, at least 3 notes. So that's a really common chord that we start teaching with, C major, C, E, G. But you can do this all over the piano. You can do black notes. And generally, chords are separated by thirds. So thirds are just the space between these ones. We have 1, 2, 3. So it's like play 1, skip 1, play 1, skip 1, play 1. And if you follow that formula of play 1, skip 1, play 1, skip 1, play 1, then you will be playing a chord no matter where you put your hands down on the piano, even if you include some black notes. An arpeggio is when you take a chord and you break it up, and you might break it up over multiple notes on the piano. So this is actually something that's really fun that people can do in their first piano lesson, is take your left hand and you find a C chord, and take your right hand and find a C chord as well. And then what you can do is jump over your right hand with your left hand to play another C chord, jump under, and jump over. And instead of playing all the notes together, you can play them broken up. And broken chords over multiple octaves like that is basically the definition of an arpeggio. It's often played in just one hand. You definitely don't need 2 hands to go up and down like that, but that is the easiest way if you're a beginner. So what is an inversion? Sometimes you want to take your chord and you want to put it in a different order, or maybe you don't want a C in the root of it. So one way that I teach this is I just say, hey, take your bottom note of this, your C of the chord, and let's put it on top. And that will create an inversion. That will be the first inversion, actually. And let's do that again. Let's take the bottom note here and let's put it on top. That will also create an inversion. And that is the second inversion. And then if we did the same thing again, we'd be back to root position. So all of the chords, all of the major chords, all the minor chords, all have these inversions. And basically, inversion is just taking the notes and playing them in a different order. So you don't have the root on the bottom. So a scale is just a family of notes. It's just a family of notes. It's kind of like a group of notes, right? There's 12 notes, 12 keys before we start over. We start on C, and then if we count to 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we have 12 unique notes on the piano. So each of those notes has a group or a family of notes that make up a scale or a key. So scales, I mean, basically if you're playing in C major, you could find the C major scale by playing all of the white notes. Going from C to C, playing all the white notes. And those white notes would be the family of notes of the C major scale. However, it's not the only family of notes. We have a family of notes starting on E flat. And if you closed your eyes, unless you have perfect pitch, you're not going to know really the difference between C major and E flat. If I play it, you're going to be like, yeah, that sounds the same. Same thing there. It's a family of notes in G major. So we find those by combinations of whole steps and half steps, and they're all the same, have the same relationship. But scales are kind of the bedrock of both piano technique and also piano theory, and are really important to learn. So if you're wanting to learn piano, learning your scales is a great place to start. So I hope you enjoyed learning some of those piano terms. If you would like to learn how to play the piano, if this is something you've always wanted to do, check out the description. We have a free gift for you. And if you just want more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.